Hello guys, today we are starting a new series on ArcGIS Map SDK for JavaScript. So the current version is 4.30 and we will be using this Map SDK with Reactjs. So if you hear the name ArcGIS API, so it's the same name, but just the difference is if we look at the older version, which is deprecated now 3x, and this one was called ArcGIS API for JavaScript. But now they have just changed the name for the new one, which is ArcGIS Map SDK for JavaScript. So let's get started with the ArcGIS Map SDK. So we will be going here, get started, and then npm. So here we can see there are two options. One is the map components with the weight, and the other one is ArcGIS core. And let's look at the React one also. So here they have specific components. One is the same option. We looked here, ArcGIS core, and the other one is the map components React. So let's get started with the ArcGIS core here. So I have here this package open on the npm.js. So I will just copy this one. But first thing, we have to create a new application. So I will go here. I have this folder open in the terminal. So I will create a new application using the wait. npm create. Okay, so I put this command wrong here. Let me correct this one. Alright, so this will create a new project for us using wait. So I will give here the name of the project. So I will say Maps SDK app. Okay, we will be using React. So I will select React from the drop down, and then we will go with the JavaScript plus SWC. Alright, so the new application is created. So now I will just move to the application folder which we have just created, and then we will do npm install. So it will install the necessary dependencies. Once it is finished, then we will install this ArcGIS core. Alright, so I have this open here also. So let's look at this one. Okay, so here they are using the components React. We will be looking at this also, but currently we will be covering the ArcGIS core. All right, so once it is done, okay, now I will install this one, ArcGIS core. Okay, and once it is done, then we will open this folder in VS Code. All right, and one other thing is we can open the API reference from here, which is very useful, and anything we need to do, we need to look at, we can cover it from here. So let's see if it's done here. Okay, it's almost done, and well, it's taking some time. So all right, so it's finished. So let's open this folder in the VS Code. Okay, so here is the application, our application. Okay, and the structure is very simple to follow. We have the source folder here, which have app.jsx. Okay, this is for the React, and then the other one is the main.jsx, which is rendering our app component here. So let's go to the app component here, and let's remove all these. We don't need any of this. Okay, and I will create a div here. All right, And the next thing we have to do is here we don't need this, we will remove this all. And here also we don't need any of this thing, so let's remove this also. Okay, all right, so coming back here now, the first thing we will doing in this video is we will be displaying a map. Okay, so for this one we will be using the JS Maps SDK we just installed. Okay, we can also check from the package.json here. So we can see here, okay, so the current version is 4.30.8. All right, so coming back to the project, so first thing we will be doing is we will be importing map from @arcgis core, okay, and map. All right, so we have imported this map. Now we will be creating a use effect hook which will be used for the rendering of the map. Okay, so let's call the snippet here. Let's remove this one. Okay, we don't need this also. Okay, so now we'll be creating our map, const map, new map. Okay, all right, so we have created a map object from this map class. Okay, let's go to the documentation and open this map here, and we can see here here is the ESM, which is we are the same format we are using in the Reactjs. Oh, all right, so now from here we will just select this one. There are different options available for the base map, but we will be using the streets vector. Other one is OpenStreetMap, so we can use any one. All right, so we will type here base map, and here I will use OSM for now. All right, now we have just created a new map, but now we need to reference this map also. So we will be using the useRef hook for this purpose, which will be used for the reference to the div we want to display the map. So I will give the reference to this one. Okay, but before doing this we need to create the reference here for this div. So I will call this const mapref equal to useRef, and we will initially set it to null. All right, so now I will use this mapref and I will call it here. Then the second thing we have to do is we will be giving it a class name which will be used for setting up the height and the width. Okay, so I will call this map div, and I will be using this class name. I will go to the app.css here, and let's call this and give it some width and height. All right, so the height we will be assigning it 100 VH. So it's complete viewport height. Okay, we want it to display completely on the browser area or the viewport. And I will set the weight to 100%. Okay, let's give it a background color also, and we will set it to gray, dim gray. Okay, let's start our application now. We'll be using npm run dev. Okay, once the application, okay, it started, so let's go here and open this one. All right, so I will also open the console here to see any error. Okay, so there are some errors we are seeing in the console, but they will be gone, no problem. We'll just come back here. Okay, and now we will be, let's comment this one. For now we have the use effect here, and the problem is it's outside of the component. It should be inside the component. Okay, and now everything is fine. All right, so let's refresh. Okay, so it's saying map ref is not defined. Why it is saying this? Okay, we need to move this outside. Okay, so now it's displaying a background for us, okay, which is the dim gray color which we have given, and it's not displaying any map. So to display the map, we need to give this reference to the map. For this one, we will be importing the map view. Import map view from ArcGIS core slash views slash map view. Okay, and then we will be creating the map view. It's equal to map new map view. All right. So here now we have this map view here. So we'll be giving this the first parameter, which is map. Okay, this map we have created. This is the first parameter, and then we can give this zoom. All right, zoom we will set it to 13, and then we will create container, which is our this map reference. Okay, so I will say here map ref dot current. Okay, and last one we will be giving here the coordinates, okay, which is here for us is center. Okay, and we can see here some description about this one also, which is also representing a array of numbers with a longitude and latitude format. Okay, so we'll give here center, and I will pass here 55 25. Okay, so we are giving this some coordinates here. So let's go back to the application. All right, we have our map here, okay, which is displaying correctly, but there is some issue here. Okay, it's repeating and it's not showing properly. So this issue is coming actually because of the uh, it's the CSS from the esri for this map SDK, which we also have to import. So let's go to the documentation, and we will be looking here, go down, and okay, probably in the npm one. Okay, so yeah, here is this one. Actually it's for map components, we don't need this one. Okay, yeah, this one is for ArcGIS core. We'll go down. Yeah, this is the CSS which we need. So I will copy this one, and we'll go to the application. And it's better because this app component, it's used here in the main.csx, and here we have this index.css. We can also put in this app.css, but I will be putting here. So I will say here import, and we will import this assets file. Now let's go back to the application, and it's working perfectly. All right, and you can see here there is some margin and padding. It's coming from this file here, we can see. All right, so I will say here HTML body, and the root. Okay, and here we have the color background. We will give here margin 0 and padding 0 also. All right, so I will refresh, and we have our map perfectly here. So it's from the, we are using currently the OSM one. We can change it to streets streets vector also. So let's change it and see if it's displaying correctly or not. Okay, yep, it's working fine for us. So that's it for this video, guys. We'll be looking at more properties and methods using the Maps SDK. And thank you so much for watching this video. See you guys. Bye bye.